Men lose more than 100 strands of hair a day. Use Dove Men Plus Care Strengthening Shampoo for hair up to 5 times stronger and less hair fall. Fight hair fall with Dove Men Plus Care.
So hi guys, I'm Rosa Fiore and ngayon magzo-zumba ako.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Shoutout para sa mga nanonood sa akin, lalo na kay Mr. JM! At saka kay Rina! At saka kay Bea!
Tapos na yung niluto natin. Sarap.
Eto na, magbabay na ako, so bye.
And ngayon na, yun na yung tapos ng stream ko.
Abangan nyo ulit ang aking susunod na lulutuin sa...
Open mic, kakanta ulit ako.
Make sure to also follow Open Mic and WXC+ on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else. Thank you guys.
Because why would you give the player who in SEA is the best at earning economy for your team?
Hindi sapat ang puso. Lumaban tayo all these years, niligat tayo. Puso, kaya natin yan. Pero, ano nangyayari? We always fall short.
I can see kung
So I've known I've seen him interact with his teammates.
gawin mo na yan. And do it. 1437. Tama ko na ng
Speak my thoughts. But right now, for better or for worse, we're giving you
Ngayon, may incentive tayo. And I agree, again, I think both of us will agree that having a point system is overall good. Because now there's an actual net.
So, ayun, nagbabalik kami dito sa Game Over P. Sabi nga ni Jazz, wala bang tongue twister.
Wala daw tongue twister yung Philippines.
Hindi na natin
But we beg to
papatunayan yan.
differ.
Papatunayan natin
Yung
yan.
babaeng kinamumuhian ng lahat ng Pinoy ngayon, meron! Merong tongue twister yung Philippines.
Nako, pero yan. Kami sa mga table, Twitch streamers. Papatry natin yung tongue twister.
Tongue twister, biyang kayaw, in 3, 2, 1.
Bumili ako ng butika. Wait! Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika.
Ayun, may papalit na sa akin bilang rap god. Maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Thank you so much sa WXC Combo.
Hey guys, so if you have time, don't forget to follow me on my Twitch account so you can get notified as soon as I go online. Twitch.tv/DysonYaking. See you there! Hi, I am Mika Daime, Twitch streamer at twitch.tv/Mika Daime.
Hi, my name is Alexa Asahina. Twitch.tv/Alexa Asahina.
So it's time to start the tongue twisters. Are you ready? Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
Wait, hindi. Ngumunguya at nangungakay ng paa si Kang Nardin. Ngumunguya at nangungakay ng paa si Kang Nardin.
77 puting pating. 77 puting pating. 77 puting pating.
Please watch our stream. It's twitch.tv/Mika Daime and
Twitch.tv/Alexa Asahina. And don't forget to follow and like and subscribe to Twitch.tv WXC+.
So, ayun, may nakita kaming kapitbahay namin.
So masyadong malapit sa puso namin. Pero gusto naming patunayan na may tongue twisters talaga sa Pilipinas.
Papatunayan na kaya.
Sabi niya easy daw eh. Easy daw eh. So,
easy.
susubukan natin. Let's put her name to the test. Tongue twister in 3, 2, 1.
Wait! 1, 2, 3, go. Ngumunguya at nangungaya kayo ng paa si Kang Nardin. Ngumunguya at nangungaya kayo ng paa si Kang Nardin. Ngumunguya at nangungaya kayo ng paa si Kang Nardin.
Nagpawisan kami doon.
Pero okay na, easy daw eh. Easy.
Don't forget to watch my stream at twitch.tv/TaskAsPH. And also don't forget to follow and subscribe at wait lang. Twitch.tv/WXC+. Hi guys, I'm Leia B and ano nga yan yung
Hi.
Hi guys, I'm Leia Bernardino. I stream at twitch.tv/TNCLeiaB. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika ni Kaka. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika ni Kaka. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butika sa butika ni Kaka. So ayun guys,
channel, twitch.tv/TNCLeoD, and also please follow us and subscribe at WXC+.
Men lose more than 100 strands of hair a day. Use Dove Men Plus Care Strengthening Shampoo for hair up to 5 times stronger and less hair fall. Fight hair fall with Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome back to the Duel special episode dahil in less than 50 hours.
Less than 50 hours.
Less than
yes.
50 hours. Simula na ng Pasko ng Dota. It is the International 2018. Welcome back. Pao, kasama ko pa rin si Ren. On today's Duel, pag-uusapan natin, of course, all things TI.
Yes!
All things TI. Ito na! Ito na! Ang panahon. By the way, hindi po to live na episode. Kaya huwag na po kayo magtanong dyan. Live ba to? Nasa Japan ba sila, Kuya Nick? Hindi po to live dahil by the time na papanoorin nyo to, picture taking ng mga talents for Sanduguan. Hindi kasama ko doon.
Kasama ko doon. Hindi ako kasama sa picture taking.
Kasama ka doon. Magpapanel ka. Ano ka ba? Di ba? Magpapanel ka.
May dentist ako, di ba?
Ayaw nga pala. Ayun. Pero may picture taking po ngayon ng mga talents sa Sanduguan. In total, there will be 21 guest casters, panelists, hosts, and pro players na magsasama-sama para sa biggest and most ambitious crossover event in Philippine broadcasting history.
Hindi ko matanggihan yung most ambitious crossover.
Ambitious yun, pare.
This really is.
Sobrang ambitious nun. Alam mo to, hindi pa ako natutulog ng maayos.
I think our viewers can see that.
Ayun pa, ayun. Hindi pa ako natutulog ng maayos.
Well,
dahil
mukhang lamang pa rin iBags sa sa'yo daw.
Lamang pa rin yung iBags sa akin. Pero, just to, before tayo magsimula sa mga topics natin ngayon, gusto ko lang na parang, bigyan lang ng konting, magpasalamat lang dahil by the time na papanoorin nyo to, yung kinabukasan nito, konting tulog na lang yon. Dahil paggabi nun, TI na. Diba? Sa 16 ng madaling araw, 1 AM, ang simula po ng ating coverage. And by the time na pinapanood nyo to, I think it should have been announced that you can also watch the coverage on Twitch, via Garaya TV, on Facebook.
Facebook as well.
Wait. Ito muna. On YouTube,
okay,
via Garaya TV on YouTube.
Okay.
Pero, on Facebook din.
So, Twitch, YouTube, pati Facebook?
Pati Facebook.
Okay.
Pero sa Facebook, courtesy of our TV channel partners.
What? Really?
Courtesy. So, makikita nyo siya on the TV, on re-stream on our various partners. And you're going to watch it on TV. So, magkakaroon ng delayed telecast on TV5. And magkakaroon din siya ng live broadcast on ABS-CBN. So, wala kayong rason. Wala kayong rason na wag manood.
Hindi ko napanood, wala kaming internet.
Wala kayong internet. We got you. We got you. Para ngayon. Isang beses lang to mangyayari.
Pati mga walang cable.
Pati wala kayong cable, mapapanood nyo. So, it's going to be on Sports and Action. It's going to be on TV5. And abangan nyo na lang yung announcements namin kung ano yung magiging schedule niya, particular channels, especially kung magkakaiba yung mga services. Alam niyo naman, ang Channel 2, hindi Channel 2 sa TV ng ibang tao. So, abangan nyo lang po yan sa Garayath Concepts na Facebook page. Lahat doon, lahat ng links, lahat ng schedule, lahat ng mga updates about TI 2018, care of Sanduguan. Doon yung mahanap. Alright, Ren! Pupunta ka ba doon ng TI?
Naka-TI colors na ako eh.
Naka-TI colors gani.
Let's see. Let's see in a few days. Magpa-panel pa ako, sabi mo.
Magpa-panel ka pa. Pero antabayan nyo rin, yung mga content naman natin sa WXC Plus, hindi naman siya mawawala. The Duel. Gagawa tayo ng Duel in Canada. Gagawa tayo ng paraan. Duel in Canada. Yung Rosh Pit, gagawan din natin ng paraan. And of course, yung mga MU natin, courtesy of Tito Calbs. Nalilipad din for the main event.
Natuwa ko sa ginawa ng ano.
Oo, nakakatuwa. Shoutouts kay Maring si Maring Marge. Wala, kulang ako sa tulog. Si Maring Marge. Shoutouts kay Maring Marge na nag-fundraiser para makapunta si Calbs doon for the main event. Pero okay, mag-alala, yung group stage nun, magkakas pa rin si Calbs dito. So, ayun po. Sa mga nagtatanong, ang flights po, Mineski team, or si Lon tsaka si Duno, and yung Mineski na production team will be flying out on the 16th.
16,
17.
Okay.
We're flying out on
Thursday,
the 17th,
Friday.
18th.
Okay,
Kami Friday, Saturday naman kami. So darating kami doon before the main event. So ito na. Okay.
Kayo main event eh.
Sila lang.
Sila lang. Parang pag-uusapan natin.
Pag-uusapan natin. Ako kontento na akong nagbuo. Kompleto na akong binuo ko tong lahat. Okay na ako dun.
The Phantom 6 man.
Okay na ako dun. Wala na ako. Okay na ako sa ganun. Bahala na silang mag-away-away doon kung sino mas malakas. Matatanda naman na lahat.
Matanda na kayong lahat.
Bakit ka pa nang dad? Well, ako tanggap ko naman yung edad ko. Tanggap ko na yung edad ko. Tanggap ko na yung edad ko. Hindi na ako nagmamahang-maangan
I think we have to talk about something. Let's
okay.
go back.
Topic 1. Unang duelo nating araw na ngayon. Nakita natin this morning, or at least nung madaling araw.
Yeah, last midnight-ish.
Midnight-ish.
1 a.m.
Nilabas na ang group draw for TI 2018. Now, for those of you na hindi nakita, I'm going to run by it quickly. In Group A, we have Winstrike, Fnatic, LGD, Mineski, Evil Geniuses, Vici Gaming J Thunder, Liquid, OG, and IG.
Yes.
Sa kabilang panig naman, in Group B, it's going to be Vici Gaming, Pain Gaming, Team Serenity, Optic Gaming, Virtus Pro, TNC Predator, Vici Gaming J Storm, Secret, and UB. So, pag-uusapan natin ngayon, anong tingin natin sa naging group draw? Who do we think is going to come in last? Who do we think is going to come up ahead? Ren, simulan natin sa'yo. Now, pero bago yun, I will point out na medyo marami sa Filipino fans natin medyo rubbed the wrong way sa mga komento ng isang well-known Dota personality from Russia, si Vlad. Sabi niya, ang magiging last daw is Vici Gaming J Thunder and TNC Pro Team.
Yes.
Now, ngayon, makikita natin sa group draw, magkaiba nga sila ng bracket. So, there is a very real chance na maging totoo yung sinabi niya. Ano sa tingin mo doon?
I don't think there's a very real chance. Pero again, let's clear out. It's not...
Pag sinabi kong real chance, kasi pwedeng maging last talaga sila.
I-clear out
natin
yung
magkapareho
group lang. Hindi siya draw, technically.
It's not a draw.
It's not a draw.
It's a manually placed.
People are expecting, are looking forward to the draw na sinasabi.
Parang balota.
Bakit hindi pa rin nirelease yung groups? We're like 2 days from locking in the predictions, the fantasy, among other things. Pero, linabas yung group. It was not a draw after all. Kasi, again, people are saying, hinihintay pa sila dumating lahat. That's the case. We need to draw while everyone is present. But then what happened is teams are allocated, which I would say in a very, very balanced manner.
I think meron silang mga sinundan. I think they were going with many different metrics. Some of them, makikita nyo sa .dota.com, merong ELO yung teams, may Glico na rating yung teams. And then, of course, there's the rankings for the DPC na pwede nilang tignan. So, this was a manually selected groups.
Yeah, I think...
Hindi siya balota, hindi siya randomized. Someone, or at least a group of people decided that this was a fair distribution.
I think the Glico just kind of worked out in the end. But yung bracket, I think the DPC rankings in first 8 yung inallocate. I think it was 1, 4, 6, and 7 sa Group B, and 2, 3, 5, and 8 sa Group A. Again, it kind of evened out. If you want to, of course, teams are gonna have their preference, right? Pero it's hard, I think, to make a better group.
I think so. I mean, people are saying na yun nga, Group A looks more stacked because they have LGD. They have 3 of the top 5 na teams, or top 3 na teams, right? They have Liquid, they have LGD, and they have
the other group has VP.
The other group has
and
VP
I think
naman.
Kaya malaki ang weight nun is because those 3 teams are far above other teams. Kaya siya mahalaga.
Head and shoulders above, right? So you have the top 1 in Group B, 2 and 3 are in a separate group. Of course, you have newbie in Group B then. They're in within the top 8 naman. Sa Group A, ang kasama nila is Evil Geniuses, Winstrike, OG, IG. So it does look like mas top-heavy yung Group A, pero mas maraming contender sa Group B because nandun din yung Secret, nandun din yung newbie. So, I guess it is a bit fair sa ano. Pero ang tanong ko naman dito is, who do you think has the group of death? Usually, yun yung naririnig natin kapag TI season na, di ba? Okay, group of death to, kasama nila si ganito, si ganyan. We were talking off air kanina, tinignan natin yung past ng mga TIs. Diba? Nung past na TIs, kung sino yung kasama ng Alliance ng TI3, that's the group of death. TI4, medyo anomaly siya kasi no one really expected newbie to win. Pero there were clear favorites. So kung sino kasama ng DK, sino kasama ng EG, those were the group of death.
Well, I think it's one big group ng
Well, yeah, yun din. No? Ano rin siya, parang round. Medyo yun nga, anomaly yung TI4. Pero other TIs na nagdaan, sino kasama ng OG, TI6. Sino kasama ng Secret, TI5. Ngayon, may nakikita bang ano dito? Anong tingin mo sa distribution nila? Is there a group of death or is it really that fair?
I think it's fair in general, pero if I were a team, I think I'd prefer to be in Group B. For two reasons. First, yung isang goal for a team is to not be the last place.
That's true.
So if you can find one team that you think you surely can beat or you think you surely can be better throughout the phase of the group stage, then that's one step for you. Kasi maliban sa advancing, it also comes with a significant price change. So we don't know if you're a team if you're a rather new team or hindi ka ganun ka-confident sa skills mo, that's a step, that's a goal that you have in mind. Here, there's VP on top. Again, Secret is there. There's some other teams, but VG Gaming can be good. Other teams, actually, all of these teams naman can be good. We know that.
Yeah.
But I think there's more room for error here. The other group, Fnatic has been doing well lately. I think if there's the bottom two teams in this group is IG and OG.
Bottom two, IG and OG.
For me.
Not Thunder. Not ROTK's team.
No, I don't think so. Nandun si Sylar.
Huh?
Nandun si Sylar, so.
Well.
There's no bias
madaya.
there. There's no bias there.
I mean, yung All-Star match natin is Team Burning. Even though I don't like their lineup, I'm going to root for Team Burning. Hindi rin bias yan. Pero anyway.
Okay.
Pero tingin mo, it's IG and OG. Kasi ako, I would beg to disagree. I think in Group A, I would say that Thunder and IG are your bottom two. I would say.
I know, I think masyadong yung OG with, I don't know, it's interesting though.
It's interesting, totoo. Pero ako parang may tiwala. I guess I am an Ana fan. Hindi naman sikreto yun. Di ba? I've written about him sa ESPN. I've met with him, talked to him in person when he was in OG, when he was in Manila. And I actually do believe sa skills niya. And hindi rin maliit yung no small feat din yung ginawa nila in Europe during the qualifier. Now, of course, it's a different question. It's been more than a month since nanalo sila ng qualifier. But I do think na in terms of raw ability, I think the Thunder and IG also systematically meron silang weakness pagdating sa ngayon. Because when you take a look at the Thunder and you take a look at how the meta evolved ngayong DPC, they started to fall off once naging prevalent yung 2-1-2. And that's because si Fade and si Ayo, their support duo, they're not really good at scaling. Right? They're not really good at scaling, they're good at ganking, they're good at counter-initiating. Kung naalala natin yung Galaxy Battle, sobrang ganda nung pinakita dun ni Fade, especially on his Elder Titan. But, that's not really where the meta is right now. Kung ganyan natin, the meta is doing really well for teams that have greedy force. So, Fnatic, for example. Best example siguro Fnatic lately. Just take a look at DJ. He's the semi-carry. Sometimes he's even more farmed or has more damage than the actual carries. So, yun yung tinitignan ko dito. When I take a look at IG and, diba? I'm just calling it as it is. Hindi ako nagsha-shots fired. Sinasabi ko lang yung katotohanan. And the truth of the matter is that DJ carries the team.
He does.
A lot, right? Not all the time, kasi minsan si Universe and si Abed, and even si EE naman, may mga times. Sa totoo lang! Hindi ako nabibili kasi nasabi ko na yung katotohanan, di ba?
Okay.
So, pag tinitignan ko yung Group A, yun yung mga teams na una kong tinitignan. If they have that greedy for, okay. I think their chances are good. LGD has FY. Fnatic has DJ. Sa OG, they have Jerax. They have, sa Liquid, they have GH. So, yun yung mga tinitignan ko that they will do well. Yun muna yung una kong konsiderasyon. IG, their 4 is now their mid. Right? Or sometimes they rotate.
The 4 is Bobo, correct?
The 4 is Bobo ka. Sometimes he plays mid. Diba? So yun yung mga tinitignan ko. Sa Thunder naman, Fade and Ayo, I'm just not sure. Now, when I look at Group B, same consideration para sa akin. But my problem naman sa Group B is that there are a lot of intangibles sa kanila. Optic Gaming has a great 3 and a great 4, but they're prone to sort of counter, parang sobrang silang ma-counter na strategy. They don't really play a lot of their own game unless they get 33 on a Lycan, right? Team Serenity, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. Kapag may nagsabi sa inyo, alam nila kung ano yung gagalaw ng Serenity, they're lying to you.
I think that's the interesting part about Serenity.
Diba? Yun talaga interesting part. So hindi ko alam kung sino yung, parang mas clear yung idea ko ano mangyayari sa Group A, whereas sa Group B, hindi ako sure.
I know, I think you're giving OG too much credit.
Really?
After all, it's the weakest qualifier in TI.
Totoo naman.
And they were the favorite bago mag-iba roster nila. And I think they still remain the favorite after mag-iba. But it doesn't change the fact that...
Pero okay, ganito nila.
That's that.
Between IG and OG, sino mas malakas?
I'd take IG.
You take IG. You take IG at this point. See, doon ako parang nag-disagree. Kasi I think OG and IG, I would give it a little bit more to OG. And I'm expecting OG na medyo pasangawa. Hindi ko sinasabi na they're going to be super great, but tingin ko pasangawa sila pagdating dito. Because there's a lot of other things naman that they can make up for to win. I'm banking on Ana and Thompson. And I'm banking on No-Tail just playing utility. What happened to you? You used to be a No-Tail fan.
I still am a No-Tail fan, I think. Pero something interesting.
You're a Sylar fan.
Something interesting with the groups pala, we haven't mentioned yet, is maganda ang distribution niya ng region. It's something that they consider as well, maliban sa ratings. There's 3 China teams per each region. Winstrike and VP are in different groups. Yung mga
Pain Gaming is the only outlier because the only isa lang sila na
and yung mga three teams is split into 2-1 into fair fashion. So I think that's a good part of the bracket. It's interesting. Winstrike, I think both of us are agreeing na it's not gonna be a bottom team.
Yeah, I like Winstrike. Ako nagugustuhan ko sila. Winstrike I think is very good. For Group B, it's strange to me. I actually think na all of these teams can beat each other with the exception of VP just sitting on top. Yun yung parang naisip ko dito. TNC I think will finish middle of the pack. But again, because that's just because ang daming mga weird na factors. They're up against Pain Gaming, who has a similar na playstyle sa kanila. They don't have that good of a scaling 4, ang TNC, but they have a scaling 5. Meron silang Kuko, diba? They have Kukor. So again, parang I can't give them na full confidence, but they do have that unang consideration na hinahanap ko, a support that can scale. Team Serenity, di ko alam anong gagawin nila. Team Newbie, I don't know if they've rested enough to bounce back from their mediocre finishes towards the end of the DPC season. Storm, I don't know if teams have figured out na you just need to kill resolution over and over and over and over again, or if they can even do that. So hindi ko alam, maraming mga question marks para sa akin sa Group B. Group A, parang mas madali siyang i-conceptualize.
And going back kanina sa ano kasi sinasabi ko, why Group B, I think, Group A is the group of death and why I prefer Group B. Sabi ko there's 2 reasons why I would consider now. One is you don't want to be the worst team in the group.
Totoo.
I think it's easy, it's mas mahina mas mababa ang floor ng Group A. But the other consideration kasi is if you can make top 4 sa group because that also considered jump din sa positioning mo. And I think Group B, like you said, is very wide open after VP. So if you're a team, if you're one of these teams, I think Secret is a prime candidate to be up there.
Totoo.
VG Storm has been playing
very well.
Optic has been playing fair recently. I think most of these teams are newbies' form is suspect. Let's see if they're gonna bounce back.
Well, I think Vici Gaming is the of the Chinese teams in this group. I think Vici Gaming is the most underperforming, right?
The thing with Vici Gaming is we always think they underperform, but they always deliver pag hindi
No, they're always in the middle is the thing, right? Ganun sila eh. So ako parang we expect them to do better than they do.
They always do enough though.
They do enough.
They always do enough.
Sa akin eh. So,
that's the thing with VG.
So yun yung question ko, is it going to still be the same ngayon? Kasi just because they've kept doing enough doesn't mean they're going to do enough now, diba? Kasi pag tinignan mo sila, they have the longest average games. They have games where they should be winning, but somehow they can't close. And then eventually, paparazzi will just say, ayoko na, mag-farm ako ng 400 na CS, and then I'm going to end the game. Or hindi siya abot doon. So yun yung parang tinitignan ko sa Group B. Pain Gaming, Pain Gaming is here and Secret is here. So,
yeah, I think
parang
again, most of these teams can pull off upsets.
They can pull off upsets. Now, to be fair, just for everyone's information, the group is going to be best of 2 round robin. Best of 2 round robin siya. The bottom 2 will be eliminated. Top 4 will advance.
Bottom 1. This is
bottom 1 will be eliminated.
It's a format that follows the previous year.
Yes.
For a change,
we're
gonna have a TI
na pareho pa rin.
that follows the format of the previous year because for so long we've had different formats every year.
Totoo yan. Alright, sige, last thoughts natin. Now we know na tingin natin is going to be Group B. You want to be in Group B?
I want to be in Group B. I think there's a chance for a team to be in the top 4.
There's a fair chance na there's basically 3 slots, right? VP we think is going to be number 1, and then there's a fair chance for anyone sa to be within that 3. Mahirap sabihin kung sino yung magiging last. It really will depend sa form nila pagpunta nila doon in Vancouver. In Group A, I think the favorites are going to take the first 2 slots.
Yep.
And then I think the Thunder will end up in last. And then paakit na yun. I think that's going to be IG or OG. Parang ganun yung sa akin. Now that we have that, who do we think is going to end up in the upper bracket? Lahat.
For Group A,
so we're looking for 8 teams.
Okay, for Group A, it's gonna be Liquid, LGD, Mineski, and I'll go with EG. With Ego, EG.
With EG. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with EG. I think they've been playing well. They performed well sa Summit, given it's a tournament like it is. Pero still, they've shown potential. I think I'm fan of the lineup of how they built the roster. So I think they're very capable. Though Fnatic is a very strong team, they've been playing good recently. I think 6 out of 7 last tournament sila, podium finishes sila. So they're up there. But I'll give the edge to EG. Given the winning, they defeated Fnatic actually at the Summit nung huli.
I think I'm gonna give mine to LGD, Liquid, EG, and Fnatic. For me,
You're taking Fnatic over Mineski.
I'm taking Fnatic over Mineski, just because they're on a roll on their form, and I think the extra preparation time is going to help them this time. Last time, the extra preparation really didn't help them, but that team had a lot of marami talagang parang structural na problema yung team nila last year, and they ended up eliminated after groups.
After the groups with Hellraisers.
Dito they still have structural problems. Pero in a best of 2, I think medyo na-alleviate naman yun. Now, that being said, Fnatic to me is going to share the spot with one other team, and that team is going to be Winstrike for me.
Okay.
I think Mineski is going to...
What do you mean they're gonna share that? It's gonna be
parang
they're contending with the 4th slot.
Yung 4th slot ko parang medyo even siya with Winstrike.
I actually like Mineski.
I like Mineski's chances ngayon, but it's one of those things na parang napag-usapan namin ni Trike in past episodes. I think with Mineski kasi their strength is when the meta is on a 3-1-1 na when you have tri-lanes kasi that's when Ice can shine. Pero kasi he can draw so much attention to himself.
But Jabs is alleviating naman the 2-1-2 thing.
That's true. Jabs is
alleviating. Ginagawa.
He's
filling in the gaps. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, pero again, I go back lang to my first consideration. If he's alleviating that, he's not really scaling. So yun yung parang tinitignan ko. So I'm going with the teams lang na tingin ko lang because that's what I'm seeing all of the top teams are doing. I think the team that can have that semi carry from the support position are going to do generally better. Pero titingnan natin because in the TI itself will redefine the meta. Yung meta
it's been a month now actually.
Exactly.
Yung what we've been seeing is already outdated in terms of
hindi rin talaga natin alam eh. Pero there's a lot of things that we can see that might surprise us. In North America nakita natin pubs are spamming support Ursa, offlane Vengeful, a lot of Enchantress picks, still a lot of Drow. Hindi natin alam if those na nakita natin sa high level na mga matches are still going to be the thing.
Yeah, if they will translate into TI.
Exactly.
What about sa Group B? Who's our top 4
All right.
Group B?
Ako, my top 4 in Group B, I'm gonna put VP up there. And then I'm going to put Optic. And I'm going to put Secret. And then from that point forward, I don't know who's going to be in. I think Storm, Newbie, and possibly TNC have fair chances for that 4th slot. But sobrang dami nilang wild card. I don't know what Team Serenity will do. I don't know what Pain Gaming will do. And even though I put Secret dun sa 4 na slot na yon, there's a very real chance that they end up in the middle. May malaki rin talaga yung chance that they end up in the middle. Meron naman sila mga buffs ngayong patches. You know, Yapzor is a good scaling 4. There's Meepo. They have a Meepo player. They have Ace who can play Meepo very well, and Meepo is a good pocket pick. And napag-usapan natin off-air, group stages are prime areas kung saan nakakita natin yung mga pocket picks.
Yeah, we might see the techies again.
Might see techies again. Oh, please no.
Pero Yapzor tried that and failed.
Yeah, he tried that. Pinakaunang game. Pinakaunang game nung tournament na una siyang viable or pickable. Sinubukan nila and failed.
Well, I think we're bound to see techies this TI.
Really?
I think so, yeah. I think it's a very good hero.
Well, yung kapatid ni PPD is one of the best.
Yeah.
Is one of the best techies players in the world.
Pero right click techies yun eh. So I don't think we're gonna see right click techies. If we're gonna see a techies, it's not gonna be right click.
I mean, before ka naman siguro umabot na right click techies. Magaling ka nang mag-techies na normal, di ba? Pero me saying techies is a normal hero.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna go with VP Secret. I actually like TNC's chances here.
Right.
Optic is gonna be there.
So
I think my 4 is gonna be between Optic and Storm.
Optic and Storm. All right.
The same NA qualifier team.
Yeah, totoo.
They've been neck and neck.
Yep.
Though yung style lang ng Storm is much more predictable than Optic's.
I guess mine is the same lang, yung sa akin lang, hindi lang din ako sure if newbie has what it takes to reach 4. So yun lang yung parang extra kong consideration. Pero I think we're in agreement.
I'm curious sa newbie. Serenity as well. It's impressive nung China qualifiers, and it's a very strong qualifier.
It is a strong qualifier. Well, if you ask PPD, it's a very weak qualifier. Pero
if you ask PPD,
everything is a weak qualifier.
Everything else is a weak qualifier.
Totoo.
You know what the good thing about this is? You only need to wait a few more days to find out.
We only need to wait a few hours to find out, right?
Who are the best teams?
Magsisimula na agad. I believe TNC's first match isn't it Optic? Well, we will
have to check.
We will have to check
later.
Pero we'll go on a short commercial break. Pagbalik natin, we're gonna talk about which teams do we actually think is going to win TI.
Yeah,
at
is it?
Pagkatapos nun, pag-uusapan natin, medyo fun naman, Sanduguan talk. Sino magwawagi? Nico Duno, Team Dick.
Team Dick, that's the best caster na
Or Team Lon Trike, Team Tanda. All that and more. Pagbalik ng The Duel here on WXC+.
Men lose more than 100 strands of hair a day. Use Dove Men Plus Care Strengthening Shampoo for hair up to 5 times stronger and less hair fall. Fight hair fall with Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome back to The Duel, Pao and Ren pa rin. And we're still talking about TI8 in a few hours na lang. Kanina pinag-usapan natin, groups na yung group draw natin. Well, not a draw, yung groups natin.
Distribution ng group.
Distribution, who do we think is gonna end up in last? Who do we think is gonna end up in the top 4?
Okay.
Now, the upper 4 ng kada group will go to the upper bracket. The bottom 4 will go to the lower bracket where best of 1 yung unang yung first round, and then after that it's best of 3s all the way
until the grand finals.
Yeah. Ngayon, yung bottom teams naman of each group, because each group has 9, matatanggal. Now, however, ang tanong natin, the big question every TI is who is going to win. Ngayon, uunahan na kita.
Okay.
If you're a long time watcher ng WXC+, I'm on LGD. I think LGD has a good chance of winning this year. I think they have what it takes to win this year. But, judging by yung kulay ng damit mo, hindi lang pang TI6 yan. Pang TI8. Parang galing din sa rebrand ng Virtus Pro. You're on Virtus Pro.
Dalawang teams ang naka-green ngayon. Pati Liquid is wearing green, I think.
Liquid is wearing green. Secret is wearing green. Optic is already green.
I am on Virtus Pro though.
Alright, sige, bakit Virtus Pro? Sell me on the idea.
By your case, LGD always looks good naman. Every TI.
They do.
That they do. They perform relatively
well.
Thank you,
Ma'am Ruro.
Walang conspiracy.
Walang conspiracy theory. Pero thank you, Ma'am Ruro.
Okay. The thing about LGD, I give them that they're a very strong team. They're easily top 3 with Liquid and VP. Liquid is, of course, another very strong contender. They
I
had
think
the-
they're very real to be the first repeat champion. I just want to
are,
make
yeah.
that clear. Yung inasabi lang namin is who do we think is going to win.
Well, I think there's gonna be a repeat champion player and a coach this year,
Really?
which is gonna be art style.
Okay.
But I guess
Do we really want to count the Iowa? Anyway, that's for another
Liquid
day.
Liquid deserves then the praise naman. Again,
They do.
they had the most podium finishes this year.
They did.
Marami lang talaga silang
They
minor
are the
wins.
only team
Mhm.
in the history of the international to not suck after winning TI. Right? Newbie famously started playing tower defense games after winning the Aegis, subsequently bombed the next year. EG, same thing.
Yeah, I think now we can revive sa TIC so and that's a change they did ng first iteration sila. They revived sa pagdating ng finals, but that's a tradition. After TI, you suck.
May TI curse.
But then, Liquid throughout the year, they've been consistently good, if not great. They had some challenges na talo sa ibang teams, but they are a very strong team pa rin, and they can win against any other team, I think. They have the capacity to do that. But for the favorite, I'm gonna go back to VP. VP has been playing consistently strong from day one. I guess maliban sa unang tournament, they did not fare that well, but once they started winning,
It didn't stop.
They clinched the first seed early, and they held on to the first seed. LGD has been playing great recently. I think the past 6 events sila, they have 2 first place, 2 second place, and 1 fourth place, tsaka isang odd 9 to 12. But VP, even all the accolades considered, guaranteed slot, they're also playing great na kanilang past 6 events.
Hindi rin, in fairness naman, VP didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't take the foot off the gas.
They didn't kasi in past 6 events sila, they had 2 first places, 1 second, 1 third, 1 fourth, something like that. Pero basically lahat ng 6 events sila podium finishes. Wala silang like the LGD who has 1 odd performance sa Katowice, I think. They did split. Meron dong 4 na events out of the last 6 na nag-coincide sila. 2-2 sila, I think, in terms of who finished higher in the event. But I'm still sold on the idea that VP is the better team, and this is the motivation nila. I think all throughout, that's why they were performing well all throughout, is because they weren't looking at just topping the DPC. They want to make a statement. And they want to show it until TI. Because, as OG showed before, winning every major, it doesn't matter if you don't win TI.
That's not a guarantee.
If you look at Golden State, 73 wins doesn't matter if you don't win a championship.
That's true.
And I think VP
wants to break that.
And they know that. They're very aware, and they're gonna do whatever it takes. And they're very, very capable. I'm not saying the other teams aren't capable, especially again, Liquid and LGD are very, very strong teams. This TI, but I think VP is still gonna win.
All right. Well, ako my main reason for LGD, and this is something na nasabi nga natin dito sa WXC Plus. Now, most people are saying it's tradition, or more accurately, it's pamahiin na it's the East's turn to win ngayong taon. I don't believe in that. I think, sure, mukha meron siyang pattern, pero I believe in statistics. I believe in having a sample size, right? 8 events is not a sample size for me.
Well, it's also 100%.
It's also 100%, that's true.
It depends if a priori or posteriori approach.
I mean, katulad nga nung narinig natin in one cast who hindi ko na papangalanan, 100% yung win rate niya sa hero na to, nilaro niya na isang beses. Very good.
100% naman.
100% nga, di ba? Pero insignificant. Anyway, hindi ako naniniwala just on the sheer basis ng pamahiin. But I do think LGD has a very, very good chance, and they're my favorite to win because they are a foil to VP. And kung titignan natin, yung sinabi mo niya, tama lahat yun. VP are consistently on top of the DPC. They didn't rest for the entire year. Kung issue yun sa NBA, hindi siya naging issue for VP. Even for, technically, when they qualified, they still kept going. They probably rested 1 tournament, and that was it. But when you take a look at conversion numbers, this is something that we're talking about off air, LGD had a very good conversion rate. They didn't join as much tournaments, and in fact, they played pretty poorly nung simula ng DPC. But once they found their form, they joined less tournaments, but rocketed through the top 8 to end up in 3rd place with 2 back-to-back top 1 finishes. One of them dethroning VP, who was playing up to form. And that was, I think, what put them on the map. Nakita natin yun. It was Chalice's play That was the 5-star Uber play na ginawa niya against VP. So, that's where you can see na among the top teams, I think Liquid's foil is VP. LGD and Liquid sort of have that ongoing rivalry. I think Liquid won against LGD in their last outing against each other. They faced each other. I think it was going into the finals of Super Major, if I'm not mistaken.
I think VP knockout LGD.
Yeah.
Time na yun, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm misremembering.
Liquid won
against
that,
VP in
VP
a
was
best
the
of 5.
finals, yeah.
Pero yeah, meron silang parang rivalry with Liquid and LGD. But I think LGD and VP are a good matchup. So I think LGD has that going for them. Now, there are some very clear weaknesses pagdating sa LGD. But that's something na parang I'm banking on the chaos of TI to resolve. For example, when you take a look at VP, when VP strats nasisimulan silang ma-scout out, that's a very real concern for VP. Because once nakita natin that Sansheng was scouting out their warding patterns, that's when teams started to have fight against VP before VP would go through tournaments and 2-0 entire brackets. The moment Sansheng sort of scouted that out, dun nagsimula na parang, oh, there's the chink in the armor. Now, natatawa yung mga tao because Sansheng was not able to help newbie win, but he was able to help everyone else have positive matchups, including LGD. So that's what I'm banking on. We're going into TI, where VP is the clear leader. It's the 2,000-pound silverback gorilla on top of the entire jungle. And because of that, all eyes are on them. So I'm looking, when all eyes are on one team, I'm looking for the one team that has very, very good matchups against them. Now, Liquid, again, all fairness to Liquid, and if panalo ang Liquid, hindi ako maso-surprise. I won't even feel bad. Because if Liquid wins this year, they will have earned it. But when you take a look at Liquid versus LGD, Liquid versus VP, Liquid has beat them in the last tournament. But all the other tournaments, VP was consistently coming up on top. With LGD, though, they have a more even representation between who does better. So I'm going with LGD on this tournament. Just because everyone else is gunning for VP.
I think there's a recency bias pag sabi na mas magandang ang hitting batting percentage ng LGD because I actually think that VP is, on the general perspective, even sa last events, they still did better on a recent basis. Kaya lang, we just got so used to them performing on a high level. And VP, of course, had the back-to-back win, which is very big.
That's true.
Kaya sila napansin. I don't think any one of those three teams are significantly falls the other. I think it's still... I'll take yung phrase mo na I won't be surprised if one team of those three beats the other. It's just VP has shown poise throughout the season. I think they're gonna carry out. Alam mo yun, we are under the impression na baka mag-petics na sila once
I mean, it's the Optic Gaming PPD quote, diba? Na I'm looking forward to you guys choking at TI like you do every year. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
Again, sila yung event sila kahit na they're very, you can see them very disappointed when they lose, but they're still very relaxed in general. Actually, when you can see their demeanor, I think they've gone ahead of the pressure. Though I think they still have a bad blood against Liquid. I think they still see Liquid as a rival.
I'm sure they see Liquid.
I think sa lahat ng interviews nakikita ko, if what
Liquid.
they want to beat, it's gonna be Liquid.
It's Liquid. That's
it's gonna
true.
be Liquid. So
yeah, no, I agree there. And I mean the recency bias thing. It's kind of hard to forego because again, LGD only surged in the later part of the DPC, diba? That's just going to be part of recency bias anyway. When you take a look at, actually kung titignan lang natin siya overall,
but VP,
Liquid is the more consistent
but V
team.
probably acquired more as much points as well in that period.
No, I'm sure of that. Pero ibig sabihin, if we're going to look at, just in aggregate, Liquid is going to be the more consistent team out of the entire top 8.
Yeah, I think they are the most consistent.
They are the most consistent. They don't have as good of a conversion rate pagdating sa winning the titles.
Yeah.
Diba? So that's why
at least a
major level, or when the pressure is that high. And that sort of falls into just looking at the kind of captain that Kuro is. Kasi si Kuro, he's a very big picture captain. May ganong tipong captain na parang, I'm not going to, hindi naman sa magre-relax ako, pero I'm also not going to sweat the small details if my goal is TI. Yun yung goal niya TI. When Liquid won last year, they didn't have as many top finishes naman going into TI. Diba? Siguro yung mga ano lang nila is they kept winning Star Ladder and Epicenter. That was it. Diba? Pero throughout the year, they were just consistent pagdating ng TI. It's consistency that wins that, that sort of stretch of time. I believe that. It's just that this year, with how good VP is, I think yung unang mangyayari dyan is VP might be the one to knock down Liquid. But when it comes to the end of the race where it's VP versus LGD, I'm going to give a little bit of an edge to LGD because of how they played against each other across the year. So yun yung ibig kong sabihin.
Everyone, their head-to-head? Are you familiar with their head-to-head?
No, their head-to-head is not that good because again, there's konti lang kasi towards the end na Pero yung conversion nila with other teams, there's no other team that has a positive win rate against VP. Right? The closest...
Liquid is probably very close.
Liquid is very close in LGD. So yun yung sa akin. Because VP is gunning for Liquid and everyone else is gunning for VP, I think LGD have a good chance to decapitate the leader.
So are you picking them just as a dark horse or are you picking them as a really favorite?
No, I'm picking them to win.
Okay.
I don't really believe sa dark horse
Okay.
Diba? Kasi if I have to pick a dark horse, it's going to be Serenity. Alam mo yun, yung mga ganun tipo, like no one will look at it or will really expect it. I'm saying, as a concept in my head, how matchups are going to play out, VP, we've established, is gunning for Liquid. Okay? Liquid is going to be very solid, but I think if VP really wants to beat Liquid, VP will beat Liquid. Everyone else is looking at VP to beat them, and everyone else is worse than LGD. So I think pagdating sa ganon, it's just going to come down to the three of them pa rin. And pagdating sa kung sa kanilang tatlo na lang, unless Liquid beats LGD, I think LGD has a good chance to decapitate the leader. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. VP is a favorite. But I think when it comes to who is actually going to win, I think LGD has a good chance. And that's why I'm picking them.
Alright, I'll stay with the favorite then.
Sure.
I'll stay with the favorite.
It's okay lang yun. Sabi nga ni Nico okay yung nandun ka sa favorite. Kasi kapag nanalo ka siya lang mag-isa. Ang pili ni Nico ngayong taon is Liquid. Liquid pa rin siya. Last year, nung namili kaming dalawa yung tama. Si Alo Panatic.
Alam ko ang team ni Nico basta hindi EG
Totoo. Well, that's also true. That's all. Hindi rin
parang yung team ko last year sa NBA.
Oo.
Basta hindi Cleveland.
Basta hindi Cleveland.
Yeah, so,
pareho kayo ni Trike. Pareho kayo ni Trike. Si Trike sabi niya, naku, pag pumunta talaga si LeBron sa Philadelphia, hindi na siya magiging Philadelphia naman.
Pati sa Boston, ganun din I have my friends from LA saying, I love LA but I hate LeBron. What now?
What to do? Baka mamaya sila yung nagde-deface ng mural.
I don't think. Sana hindi.
Sana hindi. Diba?
I can't vouch. I don't know.
Hindi natin alam. Pero okay. So tingin natin VP pa rin. Now,
tingin mo LGD.
Ako, tingin ko LGD.
Yeah.
Let's go for Dark Horse naman. Okay?
Alam ko ba you don't believe in Dark Horse?
I don't believe in it, pero
like
binring up mo binring up mo Di, kailangan malaman na rin nila, di ba? Kasi syempre, sigurado ako may mga tao dyan, lalo na yung mga people who are betting inclined na nasan ba yung odds, di ba? Baka biglang manalo, di natin alam. I mean, if Wings Gaming can win a TI, despite being a fan favorite, not necessarily a tournament favorite, kasi nung panahon na yun, yung tournament favorite was OG. Right? If Wings Gaming can win a TI, anyone can win a TI.
I don't think that's fair to say.
That's actually, no. I said, nung nasabi ko siya, parang mali kasi naalala ko si Shiki is a player that exists. So.
That's not correct.
Well, Shiki got to a finals. Well, that's unfair. Shiki got carried to a finals, so, diba? So,
okay,
kung
sige.
yung mga usual na nanonood ng mga show na to, siguro nagtataka sila, ba't parang tinitira si Shiki? Just watch his games, dude.
Oh, even Mason went to
If Mason can go to TI.
Yeah. So, well, speaking of...
Ganito na lang. Maybe in the future, ganun dapat yung topic natin. Who is the most boosted player in TI history?
Most carried lang.
Most carried. Most boosted player in... sabihin nyo dyan sa chat. If there is a player who you believe is the most boosted, most carried. Kasi may ganun talaga eh.
Parang nasama lang, naipit ka.
Ganun, di ba? It's more common in NBA. Kasi sa NBA, deep yung roster eh. Hanggang 12.
You know what we're saying about Fnatic?
What about Fnatic? Parang structural problems. Oo nga, no? Oo nga, no?
Unless getting carried. Who's the one carrying sa Fnatic again?
Huh?
Who's the one carrying sa Fnatic?
DJ.
Who's the one getting...
Everyone else. Sige nga, biyo ka ulit. Pagdating natin doon. Pero yun, that might, before yun, gusto na yung malaman, is that something that you guys wanna talk about? Is there a player? Hindi ko sinasabing meron
I'm actually sure there are.
I'm sure there are, pero hindi ko pa siya napapag-isipan. Pero is there a player in TI history that was the most boosted? Yung parang, ano ba to?
Parang James Jones.
Parang ganun, di ba? Kaya nga sa NBA, mas common siya eh. Kasi you have a roster of 12, there's a person there who's probably not even going to see game time unless they're trying to rest someone for the third quarter, fourth quarter push. Di ba? And then they win a ring. Yung mga ganun eh. Pero sa TI, meron bang ganun? Sabihin niyo sa amin kung gusto nyong ano yun. Yun yung parang pag-usapan namin. Okay. In the future, after TI.
We go for Dark Horse though.
Dark Horse.
I think a real underdog which has on paper a good chance. Is RD here. I'm gonna make RD happy.
EG?
I'm gonna go with EG.
Seryoso?
For a dark horse in a way na, I don't know, if
outside chance eh. Outside chance.
If it's, if you go with top 3 kasi it's not a dark horse anymore, right?
Yeah. Basta nasa loob tayo ng siguro top 5. Hindi na siya masyadong dark horse.
Yeah, EG is gonna be the most dark horse team now. I think may capacity mag...
Not one of the qualifier teams. Team up.
No, EG is a qualifier team.
That's well, all of the NA teams are qualified teams. That's true. Sabagay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's win strike. Like I'm looking at some of the really aggressive teams. But I don't know if they can win.
It's been a while since we've seen win strike. That's
yun nga eh. Ako, as much as I like win strike, and we both like win strike, as much as I like win strike, I don't know if they can win, TI.
I think I love EG on paper again. Umpisa pa lang, I was rooting for this team. I think it makes a lot of sense.
You're rooting for yung kontrabida sa anime. Yung ganun.
I think it makes a lot of sense yung EG
lumipat sila doon.
Naging ego.
Nag-flashback si No-Tail ng mga 3 linggo.
Yeah, pero that's if hindi sila tatalo ng OG, because if it's an anime, that's gonna be
yun yung totoo naman.
OG is gonna beat them out. Pero I think they do have the potential. And maliban doon, they did win the Summit 9, so they show na meron silang improvement over the recent stretch.
So I'm looking at, I'm looking at, let's see, good chances to win. So I'm looking at Optic, I'm looking at EG, I'm looking at Fnatic,
really making RD happy with Optic and EG na first.
That's true.
First to na sinabi mo.
Hindi, nandito na tinitignan ko na yung listahan.
Okay.
It's going down. I don't think Vici has a good chance. Mineski probably has a good chance.
Mineski is a strong team as well.
It's a strong team. Secret is
again.
They're not a dark horse.
Medyo top na sila.
Oh, pag iniisip ko dark horse, magsisimula ako from Storm, TNC, Pain, Wind Strike, Serenity, doon ako magsisimula.
EG is very far down. This is arranged by number of appearance. So, ano ba filter nito? No, based on wins.
Standing.
So,
yeah.
This earnings. So, they're still very, very far out.
So, iniisip ko parang it's really hard for me kasi I think hindi naman sa ngayong TI yung pinaka-stacked o kaya pinaka-less competitive, pero the strong teams are very strong.
They are.
And they were consistently strong. Yun yung, kasi usually, sa mga nakaraang TI, gawa na rin kasi nang hindi natin alam kung paano ba talaga nakakapasok yung team labas ng yung invited, yung direct invited. Hindi natin nakikita dati kung malakas ba talaga tong team na to? Paano na-invite tong team na to? Diba? May mga ganong questions dati. Pero ngayon, because of the DP scene, that is one positive change that DVC brought.
Mm-hmm.
We know that when a team qualified for TI, they are a strong team. Yun yung parang diferensya ngayong taon. Walang room for guessing o kaya parang walang room for parang wala siyang sobrang malayo na naisip ko na word, obfuscation. Hindi siya unclear. Yun.
Okay.
Hindi unclear kung sino yung leaders.
Hindi unclear. Bakit hindi clear?
So clear siya.
Clear siya, yeah.
Clear yung leaders. Okay. Hindi clear.
Yeah.
Wala ko lang ako sa tulog. Ayoko. Ay! Matanda na ako. Tanda na ako. Sige, labas na yung mga dito jokes. Pero,
I think
I might have to go with you.
Something interesting though, with TI, always the case at TI. Malaking X factor here is the bracket.
Yes.
How are they gonna be paired up after the group stage?
Once they get to the bracket. Like,
minsan you're expecting teams to be 1, 2, 3, but then they're gonna face in each other in a knockout battle early on.
oh, mga ganun eh.
And so who's gonna
Well,
be,
that's
what's gonna happen?
that's usually the implicit na risk that any kind of analyst takes naman eh. 'Di ba? Kaya sa totoo lang, an analyst
I
when
think
they,
we go with their odds here.
'di ba? You go with the odds, you go with how you understand the game kasi kung gusto ng tao na, "Oh, analyst ka, dapat tama prediction mo, maghanap kayo ng manghuhula." Hindi analyst 'yun. An analyst lives and dies by their understanding of the game, not the actual
Yeah,
result.
we hope they live though.
Well,
we hope not.
Well, some of them shouldn't, pero yeah, I think I might have to go with you with I think EG. EG.
Again, so overall, roster capacity.
Yeah, overall capacity siguro. Sobrang taas ng capacity ng EG na maging dark horse. We're talking about dark horse dito.
And
to
again,
surprise people.
We have yet to see that pass. It's still a question mark.
Meron pa rin, di ba? May nagsasabi na, again, it's the East's turn to win, and RTZ will never win.
You're more generous because people are saying it's China's turn to win. It's not East. It's China's turn to win. So
although, as part naman ng luma natin mga conversation, I do think na Southeast Asia has a good chance to win.
Yeah, for
the
first time in the recent years na hindi tayo like
dati parang,
magta-top 8. Brush aside.
Di ba parang dati, Southeast Asia, hanggang top 8 lang yan. I think,
hanggang top 8 lang yan is
even generous. Di ba, nung TI4, Diyos ko dahil, Arrow Gaming, yung mga ganun, di ba? So,
Fnatic bombed out last year as
Oh,
well.
Fnatic bombed out last year.
WXC, Arrow Gaming, the trend has been
in
there
the past. So, ngayon, I do think that the East as a whole, not just China, has a fair chance. So that's why I'm gonna go with that. Pero yeah, I think my dark horse probably is EG. Now, again, pag sinabi naming dark horse, just outside of the favorites, kung sino may malaking capacity. That's not to say na, tingin nyo, hina nung iba na hindi sila No, that's not what we're saying. Okay?
The funny thing though is they probably still have more fans than the others.
They collectively they have more
fair amount of fans, yeah.
That's true.
I guess China is very
Alright.
good.
So yun yung natin. You're going with the leader. You're going with Virtus Pro to win. I'm going with LGD to win because I think the leader has too many targets on their back.
They're there for a good reason.
They are there for a good reason. I will say that. Pero dark horses, we both think it's EG. This is not sponsored by
just
RD.
not to kasi we're picking a dark horse not just to do well, but we're looking at the dark horse capacity to win. Yeah.
Dark horse capacity to win. There are other teams that I am sure will do well. But there are teams, for example, like Fnatic, I think they're gonna do well.
Again, they've been playing well lately.
Yeah, pero winning is a different, winning the entire thing is sort of, a different thing. If they win, I'll be happy for them. I just can't in good conscience say.
Your cap, you can just keep your cap around.
Ito sombrero ko na to kasi ito na yung sombrero kong itim. So
it's in team with our set.
It's in team with the company.
With the company.
Company, tier 1. Puro black and white naman eh. Alright. Sige, we'll go to our last topic. And ito medyo madali lang.
Madali ba talaga to?
Mabilisan lang.
Mabilisan lang.
Sige. Kasi, for this last topic, we're gonna give it to the viewers, to the listeners. Okay. So, last natin na topic is going to be Sandugoan, the official Philippine coverage of the International 2018. Coming at you to broadcast the games officially in the Philippines. I think that's something na medyo nakakalimutan tao. Kasi for the first time, in-invite talaga ni Valve yung Philippines to cast. Now, para sa mga nagtatanong, we are flying to Canada for the main event. And hindi siya katulad ng past years na parang meron lang naka-cordon na lugar, tas meron lang table doon, tas nakaupo doon. It's going to be an actual desk. So it looks like the English broadcast. It's the real thing. Yeah. Ang kulang lang doon is a Filipino panel. Siguro next year magdasal lang tayo. Pero this year, side by side with the English, Chinese, and Russian broadcast is going to be the Philippine broadcast. Kaya medyo big deal ngayon. Kaya nagkaroon ng sanduguan. Kaya wala akong tulog. Kaya natin to na-put together.
Men lose more than 100 strands of hair a day. Use Dove Men Plus Care Strengthening Shampoo for hair up to 5 times stronger and less hair fall. Fight hair fall with Dove Men Plus Care.
It's time for a head-to-head. Sino ang magwawagi na best duo caster?
Oh, man.
Wala, nag-aaway kasi sila, yung mga matatanda eh. Nag-aaway kasi sila eh.
Okay.
Lone Trike ba? Team OGs. The original casters of Dota.
Okay.
Versus
Against?
Team Dick.
Team Dick.
Team Duno at Nico.
Duno, Kuya Dick basically.
Kuya Dick.
I think Kuya Dick is more
Kuya Dick. Oh, yun.
Because
Tama.
Kuya D and Kuya Nick.
Tama, tama. So, Kuya Dick versus Padre pakinggan. Pero dikit. Anyway.
Yeah, just
So,
coin. We just
diba?
coined their names.
O kaya, the OGs. Lone Trike. Sino mo gawin? Sino team? In terms of hype factor, in terms of entertainment factor, in terms of bringing down the house.
Yeah, I know, it's very hard to go with Kuya Dick kasi we haven't seen them together yet.
Tama.
That's the difference.
Tama.
And you know,
Nakakalimutan ko yung conservative ka nga palang pumili. You're going with the favorites.
we
You're
haven't
going
seen them
with
together
the
yet.
ano.
Pero,
sige.
kasi, look, I've been following Dota for a while.
For a while.
For a while.
Oh, gusto mo
For
sabihin yung edad mo.
For a few years now. And, pag pinag-usapan mo yung old school Dota events, dalawa lang ang meron dyan. It's one of the two things or both. Una doon. First thing is baller. If it's a LAN event,
baller.
Meron kang baller.
Lanyard.
Lanyard di masyado. It's baller sa atin. Like, there's gonna be 500, 600 teams queuing up just for a baller.
Oh, kasi madali lang yung pang-manufacture.
Second thing that's there in big LAN events sa Pilipinas, it's Lone and Trike.
That's true.
I started following Dota I was not listening to Toby. I was not listening to these casters. I was listening to these two guys. I was watching Jules. And then these two guys commentating yung SF ni Jules. So, I don't know. May schedule na ba? Parang hindi ko pa nakita. Magkasama nga ba sila?
Magsasama sila. Hindi ko na pwedeng ilabas yung schedule. Pero syempre, secret weapon yun. Hindi pwedeng agad-agad. Pati yung tambalang Kuya Dick. Bad trip sabihin.
It's hard to say that on a straight face. Kuya Dick.
Bad trip sabihin.
Pero those two have been very active naman.
Totoo.
That's the thing.
Ngayon, okay. Ako, the devil's advocate ko lang. Ang kasabihan din kasi.
Anong kasabihan?
Kaya daw umangat yung Lone Trike. Kasi walang kalaban. Yung panahon na yon. Diba? Wala silang kamatch eh.
Okay.
Diba? Ano lang, Lone Trike. Tapos sino ba yung ibang casters ng panahon na yun? Wala naman masyado. Diba? Si Denki. Diba?
Tumawa! Parang sinat-spart.
Wala! Ikaw yung tumawa eh!
Yung pagkasabi mo, wala silang kalaban dati. Si Denki.
Hindi. Kasi, ibig ko sabihin, walang partner si Denki. Ito talaga.
It's your undoing, man. It's your undoing.
Dennis, serious. Pare, yung bata mo.
Gusto mo, i-clip natin yan.
Sigurado
wala silang kalaban dati. Sino? Si Denki.
Kasi, ibig ko sabihin, wala silang kalabang tambalan. Di ba? Si Nick tsaka si Duno, yung palang yung pwede mo sabihin talagang pwedeng tambalan eh. Si Denki, solo act kasi yun. Dati.
Yung ba yun? Yung ba ibig mo sabihin?
Oo, alam ni Denki yan. Diba, Denks? Diba?
Sige.
Tapsi tayo, pre. Bata mo, tinawanan ka, oh.
Hindi natin mamaya kung ano sabihin sa'yo niya, no?
Pero, yun yung ibig ko sabihin. Yun yung sabi sabi nga ni Nico, sabi ni Duno, kasi nagpo-post sila. Sabi nila, alam mo, dati nung kapanahunan nyo, nung dekada 80.
Kapanahunan nyo, grabe.
Oo, nung dekada 80, kayo lang kasi nagkakast. Batas militar pa nun eh. Mga gumagano na si Nico tsaka si Duno. Gumagano na si Duno tsaka si... si Nico tsaka si Duno eh. Kaya, tingin mo ba may credence yun? Na at the time, there was no other tandem to match. Kasi, isipin mo ngayon, diba, there's Toby 1 and Cinderin, there's Blitz and Cap.
Looking back, there's not a lot. But at the same time, there's not a lot of events then.
Totoo din.
So, that's the thing.
Totoo
You don't need a lot. So, inisip ko, sino nga ba? Pero ano nga ba ang ikakas ng mga tao?
Ano nga ba ikakas nila?
Wala namang iba. So, that's the difference. Now, there's a lot of casters because there's a lot of events. Pero,
so, hindi siya nostalgia goggles yung sinasabi mo. Tingin mo talaga may synergy yung dalawang yun. Kasi
synergy is not a question naman. Synergy is not a
question.
Pero
there has been, again, ako, nagde-devil's advocate lang ako. A lot of time has passed.
Okay.
Magbabalik na, ayan, alam ba yun, totoo ba yung casting is sweeter the second time around?
Nakita mo ba yung picture nila, yung tingin na nila?
Oo, nakita ko yun.
Nandito
yun eh, nandito ako nun.
Iba eh, parang
meeting kami nun.
Malagkit
eh.
Hindi mo maikakaila yung ano eh.
Totoo.
Alam mo yung parang pag first love?
Oo, yun nga eh. Casting is better the second time around eh.
Pero, if anything is gonna challenge their duo,
it's Kuya
It's
Dick.
gonna be Kuya Dick.
Okay.
Kasi these guys have been grinding it out.
Totoo.
Again, sabi mo, sa dami ng casters ngayon, these two have gone up the ranks.
Totoo.
Not by themselves na. They've been really working their...
You can say it on air.
No, they've been working
their
off.
asses off. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
Still
Okay lang.
another word na related sa Kuya Dick, pero...
Wag na. Yun na, yung isa na lang. Yung isa na lang gamitin
they're working
natin.
their asses off.
Bad trip to yun. Masisensor pa tayo sa'yo.
But, yeah, basically, hindi sila linagay dyan. Nagtrabaho sila para dyan.
Totoo. I mean, di ba, we got invited this year. So, obviously,
mas questionable lang ang synergy for me for them. I think this is not a shot at them. But kung synergy-wise, I have yet to see them.
Totoo. Ako naman, kung iisipin ko lang.
Ang pinaka, siguro ang point lang, knowing those two guys, they aren't the hardest people to get along with.
That's true.
Both of them are very easy to get along with. I think they're just gonna get along just fine.
Totoo naman. Ako, iniisip ko rin, just because I've worked with Nico the most. Si Duno, siya yung una kong nakakast the first time I've ever casted. That was way back dun sa esports festival pa in Cebu.
Okay.
MVP Phoenix pa nun. Doon pa si Ryzen tsaka si March. Super tagal na nun. I think si Duno has a lot of personal skill. Alam mo yun? Yung skill level niya talaga as a caster is very high. Pero pag iniisip ko si Nico din talaga. Si Nico can carry a cast. Si Nico yung tipong, tama ka they're going to get along. Kasi si Nico is, I think, that kind of person na pag may tinabi ka sa kanya, they're naturally going to bring the best out of that person. I've casted with Nico. Si Alo nga, naging caster niya. Nung unang nag-cast si Alo, pare, nilagnat. Nilagnat, pare. Oo, nilagnat si Alo. Oo, hindi ako nagbibiro. Literally, nilagnat siya, diba? After one cast. Pero ngayon, nakita mo si Alo, okay din siya na caster. So, I think, personal skill level naman nilang dalawa mataas. Parang, dalawa silang superstar. Na tipo. Silang dalawa. Pero yung, pag tinignan mo yung kabila, silang dalawa as a group. Parang, hindi siya 1 + 1 = 2 1 + 1 = 3. Yung pagdating kay Lone Trike. Kasi yung synergy nila, mas malakas than the sum of their parts.
Proven na pero malay mo.
Yeah,
malay mo maging 1 + 1 = 3 din si Kuya Dick.
Yun din. Yeah, ako, dine-devil's advocate lang ita. Para, Nico, narinig mo yun Dehado daw. Ayoko magsabi.
Pero ano baka naman may pa silang laban. Tingnan natin.
Tingnan naman natin. Kasi, syempre, hindi natin alam sa group stages. Meron palang ibang mga tambalang mas malakas pa sa kanila.
Daming laban
Maraming laban. Pero yun, tatanungin namin kayo, sino bang mas inaantabayanan nyo for this Sanduguan coverage? Are you Team Lone Trike or Team Kuya Dick?
Paano pala yung Team Sports Center?
Team Sports Center? Hindi. kami, taga-shore up kami ng matches. Wala na, ayoko nang gumit na dun sa digmaan na yun. Ayoko na. Kami ni Wolf, okay. Guys, tayo? Team bangko kami, parang ganun, alam mo yun?
Sige.
Ayoko na, okay na.
Sige na nga.
Bahala na kayong mag-away, children. Kami, okay na kami.
Okay.
Mas matanda ko sa kanila Wala na magagawa Wala tayong, sa totoo lang, mas matanda si Trike sa akin.
Ako, nagkakalaglagan na po tayo dito.
Oo, hindi, okay lang. Natanggap na namin mga edad namin. Si Nico yung pinakabata sa amin ata. Tama ba? Si Nico. Hindi. Well, si Ives, si Wolf. Si Wolf, 24 lang yun. Ikaw?
7 years tanda na sa akin.
7. Pantato. Anyway, doon na magtatapos dahil malabo na po yung kausap ko. 17 pa lang daw po siya. That's it for another episode ng The Duel TI Edition next week.
It's gonna be the Real TI Edition next week.
Real TI Edition. Yeah. Next week is gonna be Canada Edition. We're gonna be in Vancouver for the main event of the International 2018. Thank you po sa pagsubaybay. We will see you guys for the Sanduguan, the official Philippine coverage of the International 2018. In all platforms na may isipan nyo, minus na lang siguro yung mga camfrog, yung mga ganun. Wala kami doon. Sa Twitch, mamaya ka na, sa Twitch, sa YouTube, sa Facebook, and on TV. Antabayanan niyo po yan lahat. All details, all announcements manggagaling from Garayath Concepts and will be shared by your favorite Facebook pages, namely Wombo Combo, Tier 1, and Mineski TV.
Yeah, but stay tuned. Again,
stay tuned.
Schedules, announcements are coming up very, very soon, guys.
Tsaka stay tuned dito dahil magpapano ito Nandun din siya, kasama din to. Kasama siya. Ren, sa kanila pwede hanapin?
You can find me in Facebook. I don't post as much. Again, also on Twitter, Darren VitugPH.
Alright.
Where can they find you?
Same on Twitter naman mostly or sa Lupo Naman Buka Mo. Pero on Twitter, you can find me at the Pao Bago. You can also find me on ESPN Sports Center, ESPN 5 every Mondays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. or after matapos ang PBA.
Men lose more than 100 strands of hair a day. Use Dove Men Plus Care Strengthening Shampoo for hair up to 5 times stronger and less hair fall. Fight hair fall with Dove Men